After I brought my twins home from the hospital in December, um, my life changed completely. I had to situate myself into becoming a mother for over two children. Um, in doing so, I learned like what my kids like and what they don't like. Um, throughout this case study, I overall learned that the literacies in here made me cherish time and simpler things more than I did before. For example, like my kids like to snuggle with these two little lions every day. Almost every day they have it with them. They are holding them. It's propping up their bottles when they drink, or they're like just playing with it. Uh, and it's not something expensive. These were like $3 from Target each. That were gifts that were handed down to them from a previous baby shower not being used. But even so, it's something that they kind of play with a lot, so I realized that it's something that should be cherished. Similarly, it made me think of when I grew up, my childhood. I had a bear that wasn't anything big, nothing expensive, but it was a gift from my parents, and it's something I always had as a child, and I continue to keep in my bedrooms. I didn't realize until I realized my kids with their lions that it's kind of like an artifact to me because I've had it and I still have it in my bedrooms. Um, Even so, with me carrying it along with me all this way, being 22 years old now, uh, it's something that I guess is an artifact, but I didn't look at it as an artifact. It was just kind of a habit of me from always bringing it with me. But now I see it as an artifact from realizing how these lines are significant to my kids. And this is my bear that I discussed that made me realize it's an artifact. In addition, um, from the bear, it made me think also onto what other artifacts that are not anything big, simple, that I have from being a kid or from my childhood or from my past or growing up. And the more I thought about it, thought that I had clothes from my mom that she gave me, which is this pajama set of flowers. It was used. She's had it for years, but it's artifactual to me because um, it reminds me of her. It connects me back to the place I called home growing up. It connects me back to my family. Um, to me, it's a little bit cultural because of her having it. It was clothes she wore as she grew up in her teenage years, which was in the Philippines because I'm first generation American. Um, but overall, the literacies from this case study made me cherish and look at or focus on simpler things that I didn't before and what I have now that that were artifacts that I just didn't know because I didn't pay attention to it. Um, and the only reason I did now was because I focused on what is artifactual to my kids. And when I tried to figure that out, I learned that they were simpler things, which next makes me um, explain how, or to the concept of cherishing time more. Because I guess, like, right now, with them being so young, it's like figuring out how, like, as I'm identifying myself to be more of a mother to them, like my identity of a mother is shaped from the habit they're making me give them or do. Like for example, oh, they want to nap every day around 11:30 and again around 4 p.m. Okay, so they'll nap at that time. That's when they like to nap. But with them being so young, it's like everything's so fast paced, and it just made me realize. It makes me realize how time goes by so fast in a day because it gets over with quickly, and then it's done. So I see now how in the day time goes by way too fast, and that for the moments when I'm changing their diaper or when I'm feeding them, it should be cherished a little more because it's like these kind of things that I'm doing now, changing diapers, um, holding them when I can all the time. They're moments that won't be something that will happen all the time. Later on in years, they're not going to want me to hold them eventually, and they're going to be out of diapers. So I've started to cherish time from focusing on the literacies after seeing what after seeing the realization I gained from it.